To have you living here as my son, my child. It would be so perfect.
Hey, you're back.
Hey. Yeah, Katie and I just finished putting the kids to bed.
How was the Apple Festival? Did the kids eat themselves sick?
No, for once. In fact, it turned out to be a very special day.
Is my mom back from Big Bear yet?
She went up to change. She should be down in a minute. RJ had a run-in with the rosebush.
Kind of thought you would have been moved in and living with Nick by now.
Nope. Actually, at this point, it's hard for us to even look at each other.
Come on in, I got that.
I think he's a little tired. He wasn't very comfortable in the car.
Well, I'll sleep all night.
Yeah, we just drove all the way back from Big Bear.
How was it?
He had a blast. He played with RJ and Hope and Brooke. No, she didn't know that we were going to be there. But it was okay. I was okay with it.
Well, maybe Jack spending time with other children is something we should look into.
Yeah, I think that's part of the solution. Listen, Nick, I'm going to really need your support on something.
Listen, whatever it takes to make the situation right for you.
You need to stop expecting that because what matters for Jack is what is really important, and I can't do that for him.
You can. You're his mother. You can do this.
So is Brooke.
Only technically. I'll take him.
I think that's what has to change.
I know it was a break in tradition not to go with you today. The time I got to spend with my father was really great for both of us.
That's okay. It's good for me to spend time alone with kids. That mother-child bond is always taken for granted.
Sometimes I don't know how you do it. So much love you manage to give everybody in your life.
Well, there's no trick to it, really. There's always more to go around.
Well, I don't know why we all have to lose. Someone should walk away from the wreckage ahead, so why not you?
Well, this isn't exactly what I wanted. And I'm sure ending your marriage isn't what you want either.
My marriage is over. I've already talked to a lawyer. And now I'm just moving on with my function as Nick's ex-wife, convincing the woman that he's sleeping with that it's okay with me if they move on together.
Nick loves you, Bridget. Seeing a lawyer isn't going to change that.
Oh, I'm sure he'll probably feel guilty for a little while, but he'll get over it. He's really good with that. Besides, there's 2 kids involved with this one. Yours and Jack. I think I'm gonna miss that boy more than I'll miss Nick.
Taylor, what did Brooke say to you up there?
I'm not blaming her, not that I usually don't, but this time I'm not.
Why are we even discussing this then? You know, you've been through some rough stuff here.
Please, would you watch this? I want you to see something. Hey. Hey, sweetie. Hi. You wanna come out? Come on. Wanna come out? Sweetie.
You said yourself he was tired.
That isn't the way a baby is supposed to respond to his mother. He should be reaching up to me. He should be crying for me. He should be laughing or smiling, but he doesn't even cry if I leave the room. I should be the most important thing in the world to him. please, I'm a psychiatrist. I know everything about childhood development and the problems that can arise from it. If a child doesn't bond to his mother at an early age, he won't even have his identity. He won't feel safe. He has to identify with the person that he knows is his mother. And it isn't me.
Just wanted you to know that Bridget did see a lawyer. If you're worried about Nick weaseling his way back in there, don't be worried.
I think Bridget's instinct is right. We all want to put this disappointment behind us as quickly as possible. Especially with a child in the middle of all of it.
Yeah, Katie's baby. If you ask me, she shouldn't even have Nick as part of the equation.
Actually, I was talking about the other child involved, Jack.
Oh. Hopefully Katie's got the good sense not to even get involved with Nick now. The guy's constitutionally incapable of being loyal to one woman at a time. What kind of future is there in that? What?
Well, I would really rather talk about our future.
Oh, well. I guess I just took it for granted that feels settled. Kind of like the promised land. All you have to do is go there. You know I'll do anything for you, don't you?
The way you're talking about Nick, is he still an issue between us?
Logan, you're a very forgiving person. Maybe too forgiving. And I'll admit there have been times that I probably took advantage of that. But I have to believe that you're finally and truly finished with Nick Maroney.
Well, he definitely is not a threat to us, Rich, to what we have. I just sense a susceptibility with you, a resentment.
Nick is my half-brother, biologically. Now, when I found that fact out, I thought that it meant something. It didn't to him.
He treated you badly.
You always made excuses for him.
Well, he was blindsided, too. I mean, nothing can prepare you to find out that you have a brother you never thought that you had.
Yeah, like that.
He just couldn't accept it. And he never tried. Unlike you, you were willing to expand your definition of what family meant. I never really did give you the credit that you deserve.
Thank you.
I think it's easier for children. Hope and RJ know that they have two different fathers, but their little hearts are so open.
Logan, where are we going with this?
I'm like you. I think biology means something.
Wait, are you telling me that I'm gonna be a father again?
No, but if I were...
I'd be ecstatic.
You wouldn't think that we were too old?
Are you kidding? If we had kids until we were 90, that would suit me just fine.
I love you.
What's that look? What's going on? Are you afraid of something?
I just hope that we can keep our hearts open.
For what?
For anything good that may come our way.
You know, when I did this 12-step program, one of the sayings is actually, to accept the things I cannot change.
I don't know what this has to do with Jack.
You know, whenever I try to put my best foot forward, I usually end up stomping on the foot of my competitor. I'm talking about Brooke. I always try to take the bigger step.
Well, no, that much I know.
No, I don't think you understand. I'm trying to tell you how all these years of competing with Brooke, how they've affected me. I want to tell you something that I have not told anybody. I've never been able to look at Brooke as my equal. I'm constantly comparing myself to her. I compare my physical appearance, my physical attributes, my ability to be charming, my style. And then, you know, when I've lost to her over and over again, and I know what I've been doing. I've been devaluing myself. So then when I found out that Jack was Brooke's biological child, I turned it into another competition. I wasn't being a mother. All I could think of was winning.
Why are we even discussing this?
Because babies pick up on everything. They can sense what their caregiver is feeling, and all he could feel from me is anger and resentment and fear. How can he bond to me? How can he possibly connect to me? And then all he feels is panic when I feel like I'm losing because I'm comparing it to how Brooke would have done it. Those feelings, they don't translate into love. Do you think this is easy, standing here admitting defeat? It isn't. I wish I could stand here and tell you that I'm stopping this ridiculous cycle. Everything's fine. It's going to be great. But that wouldn't be fair to Jack. He deserves a happy childhood. It's time for me to step aside.
I'm gonna go ahead and go. I don't know what she's doing, but tell her that I came by to talk.
Can I say something?
Have I heard it before?
I'm not with Nick. I really have no reason to expect that to happen. But I miss you. I miss my best friend. And it may sound crazy, but I'm not gonna stop hoping that we can be friends again.
I've cleared the way for you and Nick. I think that's friendlier than you have any right to expect me to be. And I'm sorry, Katie. Shoulders to cry on are in short supply right now.
If anybody has the resources for single parenthood, I do. So if you really believe that you're doing Jack more harm than good, and you want to step away from this for a year or two, I got it covered.
I know you're a great father. I know that, but he needs his mother. These are the most critical years of his life. He needs his mother, and Brooke is ready. She's ready right now.
I hear what you're saying, Taylor, but Ridge is going to be involved in this, and I really don't want a guy that hates my guts helping me raise my son. This isn't working for me so far.
Ridge doesn't have anything to do with this. Nothing. If you had just seen Jack when he was sitting on the floor and he was playing with RJ and Hope. He was so happy. I've never seen him laugh and smile. I mean, I was amazed. I couldn't believe it. Don't you think that's better than him sitting there crying his little heart out all the time? That's what I want. I want him to be happy. The hardest part's going to be letting him go. I don't know if I can do that part.
Just don't think other people go through life like this, that's all. Wasn't I just mowing the lawn? How did I end up naked in bed?
I feel sorry for those other people.
You know, I have a really wacky idea.
Yeah?
Let's get married in the yard
Well, that's not so wacky.
and not invite anybody. I mean, really, I'm having trouble kind of visualizing your sister Donna and my parents in the same room.
Oh, yeah.
And then we've got Katie and Bridget. That's not going to work. I personally don't really want to see Rick. We have Rick and Taylor in the same room. How are we going to do that? If we waited for all those people to solve their issues, you and I are going to be walking down the aisle with those walkers, you know, with little tennis balls at their feet, that type of thing. Now, I think we should just let Hope and RJ be our witnesses. RJ can be my best man. Hope can be your maid of honor. I mean, they're our real life anyway, aren't they?
Yeah. You know, I feel about us the same way. Everything else is just a pastime. Sometimes I think there's something wrong with me because nothing else matters except for the children and loving you. That's why I need to tell you something. Ask you. Ridge, something happened up in Big Bear.
Okay, so you be good, okay? This is the part where I usually say I'll see you a little bit later, but I won't be saying that today. I love you so much. I wish I could make you feel how much I love you. I'll always be there for you. Not as your mommy, but I'll always be there for you if you ever need me someday.
Taylor was there? We really need a reservation system at that cabin.
It wasn't a problem.
If Rick and Taylor want to use the place, they should at least just clear it with me first. I don't really feel like running into them.
I understand. This is not really about them. Taylor told me that she's come to a decision. She wants me to be the mother to Jack.